Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. In 2026, cashback credit cards are still king, and despite all the hype around points, miles, and travel hacking, the reality is simple. Most people don't want to track airline award charts, worry about transfer partners, or spend hours trying to squeeze out 1 extra cent of value from these travel cards. They want real money back in their pocket for spending that they were already going to do anyway. That is exactly why cashback cards continue to dominate wallets year after year. They're simple, they're flexible, and brutally effective when used correctly. So whether you're trying to lower your monthly expenses, or you're trying to build credit responsibly, or just make your everyday spending work harder for you, the right cashback setup can quietly save you thousands of dollars per year. In this video, we're going to break down the best cashback credit cards of 2026. We'll start with the core group of cards that work with the largest number of people, then we'll move into more specialized options that can dramatically increase your rewards depending on how you spend your money. You want to keep in mind that these cards are not going to be ranked in any strict numerical order, because the best cashback card always depends on, one, what you already have in your wallet, but number two, exactly what you're going to spend money on, throughout your day, your lifestyle, and exactly what you're looking to actually get from a cashback card. However, the order does make strategic sense if you're building a well-rounded cashback setup from scratch. So let's start with the foundation. The foundation of any cashback setup is always going to be a flat cashback card. So the one that we're going to be looking at is the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. This remains one of the most practical and underrated cashback cards in 2026. This card offers unlimited 2% cashback on every single purchase that you make. There are no categories to track, there are no spending caps to worry about, and there's no mental gymnastics that are required in order for you to get your money. You just swipe your card, you earn 2% back, and that simplicity is exactly why this card works so well. The card also has no annual fee, which means every dollar that you earn is pure profit. It also offers a cardholder bonus if you spend a relatively modest amount within the first few months, and that bonus alone can offset a large chunk of everyday expenses. Now, that bonus will be offered as of the time of recording this video. That offer might change. I put it on screen. It's $200 currently, but as we go throughout, you might see other offers like that. Just know that depending on when you're watching this, they may or may not be available. And I know that there are plenty of other 2% cashback cards on the market, but this one hits the sweet spot for most people because it doesn't require you to jump through hoops or any additional accounts or route your rewards in any specific way. You just unlock the full earnings rate. And like I said in the beginning, this isn't a list in any particular order, so as we go through, you may find another card that may suit you better, but if you want a single card that can confidently earn you cash back on anything and everything, then this is definitely one of the strongest choices available in 2026. This next one will probably surprise most of you if you're in the cashback credit card space. The AAA Daily Advantage Visa is one of the most quietly dominant cashback cards that are available, and it continues to be criminally underrated. I mean, this card just gets overlooked so much. It has no annual fee, and it delivers elevated rewards across categories that most people spend in heavily every single month. You can earn 5% back at grocery stores, which alone makes this card incredibly valuable. On top of that, you earn 3% cash back at gas stations and electric vehicle charging stations. You also get 3% back at wholesale clubs, 3% back on streaming services, and 3% back at pharmacies, and of course 3% back on AAA purchases. Everything else will earn 1%. One of the biggest misconceptions about this card is that you need to be a AAA member to apply, and that's not the case. You don't actually have to be a member. While availability can vary slightly depending on your region, most people can access this card with a little extra effort. And another major advantage is that the card has no foreign transaction fees, making this one surprisingly useful for international travel or for online purchases from foreign merchants. So the bottom line is, when you combine the grocery multiplier with the gas, the streaming, the pharmacy rewards, this card alone can replace multiple cards in your wallet as far as cash back is concerned. And if you guys would be interested in a dedicated video about this card, I'd be more than happy to do that and give you some more details. Just let me know in the comments below, and again, I'd be more than happy to make that for you. The Citi Custom Cash Card is the perfect example of automation done right. This is a no annual fee card. It earns 5% cash back in an eligible category where you spend the most each billing cycle, and that's going to be up to $500 per month. Everything else earns 1%. The beauty of this card is that you don't need to activate any categories or manually select anything. Citi will automatically identify your top spending category from a predefined list that includes groceries, gas, dining, transit, and a whole lot more. Now, the smartest way to use this card is to assign it a single job. If groceries is your biggest expense, then you want to use this card exclusively for groceries. If gas is your biggest expense, then you want to use it only for gas. By doing that, you lock in 5% cash back every month with minimal effort and 0 annual fee. And of course, you do have that limit of $500. So for gas, if you don't spend more than that, or that's one of your smaller expenses, then this card would definitely make a lot of sense. And then when you pair this with a flat rate card like the Wells Fargo Active Cash, this card becomes a powerful part of a 2-card setup that already outperforms most people's entire wallet. Once again, this card also has an intro offer. Depending on the time that you're watching this video, it may or may not be available. I highly recommend that you go to the website, click on it if you want to check that out, or you're interested in applying for this card. The Blue Cash Everyday card from American Express continues to be one of the strongest no annual fee cards for people who spend money online. This card earns 3% cash back on US online retail purchases, 3% back at US grocery stores, and 3% back at gas stations, each capped at $6,000 per year. What separates this card from the others is the online shopping multiplier. Many people spend thousands of dollars per year online, and very few cards reward that behavior this aggressively without an annual fee. The cash back is redeemed as a statement credit, which means it'll reduce the balance rather than just paying out cash. And I know some people might dislike that limitation, but the reality is that statement credit will lower your expenses dollar for dollar. And if you want, this is what I do, just take the cash that you were going to pay the card with and just pay yourself back. And that's the same as cash back, at least to me. If you shop online frequently and you want a simple, no-fee way to earn elevated rewards, this card deserves serious consideration. The US Bank Cashback Plus card remains one of the most customizable cashback cards on the market to date. This is a no annual fee card that allows you to choose 2 5% cashback categories every quarter from a list that includes utilities, cell phone services, internet, streaming, gyms, movie theaters, and a whole lot more. So you earn 5% on up to $2,000 in combined purchases per quarter across those selected categories. You also get to choose 1 2% category, with everything else earning only 1%. The only downside is that you must activate your categories every single quarter. Even if you keep them the same, you still need to confirm your selection. So if you're organized, that may be like a minor inconvenience, but if you're forgetful, you might miss out on the bonus. So for people who want to earn high rewards on expenses like utilities or maybe internet bills, this is the card that you should get. I wouldn't ignore it. In my opinion, it's a hidden gem. The Discover It Cashback card continues to be the most beginner-friendly rotating category card available. This card has no annual fee and earns 5% cash back in rotating categories each quarter up to $1,500 in spending. Everything else earns 1%. Discover consistently chooses categories that matter, like groceries, like gas, like dining, like transit, and online shopping, similar to the US Bank card, but you must activate the categories each quarter to earn the 5%. Now, at the time of recording this video, that intro cashback offer is available to you. That might change, but Discover has been around for a while and they've had this offer available, for a minute. So I would think that it'll continue throughout 2026. If you pay for Amazon Prime, the Amazon Prime Visa is a no-brainer. This card earns 5% cash back on Amazon and Whole Foods purchases, along with solid rewards in other categories. There is no annual fee beyond your Prime membership, and the card has no foreign transaction fees. So if you're already paying for Prime and you're shopping on Amazon, you do this like regularly, not having this card is the equivalent of voluntarily overpaying for something. So if you're not a Prime member, the rewards drop to 3%, but if you are, then again, you get the 5%. There's also that intro offer offer of $250 at the time of recording this video. This is a card that I use, the business version, because I do have the business version of this card, and it's the American Express one. But this card, the Prime Visa, works pretty much the exact same way. And again, if you shop on Amazon a lot, this will definitely benefit you. The Wells Fargo Attune card is one of the most unique cashback cards going into 2026 because it focuses on lifestyle spending that most credit cards completely ignore. The card has no annual fee and it earns 4% cash back on a wide range of categories centered around personal well-being, entertainment, and sustainability. So you earn 4% back on things like gym memberships, fitness studios, yoga classes, salons, spas, and self-care purchases. This card also rewards entertainment and recreation spending, including movie theaters, live events, sporting events, hobby shops, pet stores, and similar lifestyle expenses that most people spend money on every single month without earning elevated rewards elsewhere. You also earn 4% cash back on electric vehicle charging, public transportation, and select environmentally focused purchases, which does make this card appealing for people with non-traditional commutes, or if you just have non-traditional spending habits, altogether. All other purchases will earn 1% cash back, and the card may include a modest welcome bonus and introductory APR, depending on the time that you apply. Right now, they have that intro offer of $100, and they also have a 0% APR offer, like some of the other cards do on this list. I have an entire video that already covered that. More than likely, it's probably out by now, of the best 0% APR cards. You guys can check that out. But this is not a primary everyday card. I wouldn't use this for groceries or dining, but it's excellent if you complement the card with one of those. When you pair it with like a flat rate card, like we talked about with Wells Fargo, and then you can pair it with, like another card where you could earn back like the AAA card, then this one is pretty good. It kind of completes your setup where you're earning at least, I would say, 3 to 5% cash back on almost everything that you spend. The Bank of America customized cash rewards card normally wouldn't be on any list that I make, to be honest, but promotional enhancements can make this card extremely attractive. So at times, new card holders can earn double rewards in their choice category for the first year, effectively earning 6% cash back. Now, after that promotional period, the card earns 3% back in one chosen category, 2% back at grocery stores and wholesale clubs as well, and then it's 1% back everywhere else. So if you qualify for a Bank of America Preferred Rewards, that's the accounts that Bank of America has where you have at least $20,000 or more, the earnings can increase significantly, making this card a lot more competitive. However, if you don't have that and you don't have this intro offer where they're giving you 6%, I'm not really going to say that it's the best card, but it's definitely a temporary good card that you can use. The Capital One Saver One card rounds out this core group. This is a no annual fee card that earns 3% cash back at grocery stores on dining and entertainment purchases, and it also earns 3% back on select streaming services, and it has no foreign transaction fees. Now, Capital One is often more forgiving in approvals, making this card accessible to a wider audience, and for people who spend heavily on dining and entertainment, this card fills a gap that many people would otherwise miss. Let's go over a few honorable mentions. While flat 2% cards are everywhere, not all of them are equal. For example, the Fidelity Visa offers 2% cash back with no foreign transaction fees, but the rewards must be deposited into a Fidelity account. There's also the Citi Double Cash, which earns 2% split between purchase and payment. The SoFi card can earn up to 2% if you meet specific conditions. These are not bad cards, but they require extra steps, which is why the Wells Fargo Active Cash remains the simplest recommendation. Some cards shine in very specific situations. For example, the AAA Travel Advantage Visa, it excels for gas and travel, and the Target Circle card gives you an instant 5% discount when you shop at Target. There's also the Robinhood Gold card, which offers 3% on everything but requires a paid membership and an invite. And then there's warehouse club cards like the Costco Anywhere Visa, the Sam's Club MasterCard, which I do have that card. It's excellent for gas and rewards, but you do have to already be a member. Some cashback cards can justify an annual fee, and that would be the American Express Blue Cash Preferred, which offers 6% cash back on groceries and streaming. There's also the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, which offers elevated travel rewards with a modest fee. Then there's the US Bank Shopper Cash Rewards card that can be powerful for big box spending. The key is math though. If your spending does not exceed the break-even point, the fees can actually eat up your rewards and then it doesn't actually make sense. The Verizon Visa is outstanding for Verizon customers, but you really only get cash back that you can use with Verizon. And then there's the PayPal credit card and the PayPal debit card. Those can be powerful for frequent PayPal users. And then we also have credit union cards like the Navy Federal More Rewards. Then there are mainstream options like the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Capital One Quicksilver, which provides some solid alternatives depending on one's approval odds and your preferences. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. We covered a lot of cards, but the honest truth is there is no single best cashback credit card for everyone in 2026. The best card is the one that aligns with how you already spend your money, and the smartest strategy is not chasing every new card, but building a small intentional setup that covers your biggest expenses at the highest possible rates. If you choose wisely, your credit cards stop being a liability and they start becoming a financial tool that rewards you for just living your normal life. If I missed any cards that you think deserve some attention, drop those cards in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. This is all about helping you spend less, earn more, and stay ahead of the system. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you have a wonderful day.